Hurricane Beryl hit Houston in July 2024. Over 2 million people lost power. Some waited more than 4 days to get it back in 100-degree heat. And here's the thing, a lot of those people had an F-150 Lightning, a Cybertruck, or a Hyundai Ioniq sitting in the driveway, with over 100 kilowatt hours of battery inside. Enough to run a house for 3 to 4 days. They just had no idea how to connect it. The first thing to understand is that a regular level 2 charger is a one-way street. Power flows from the grid into your car. That's it. It can't run in reverse. To use your EV battery to power your home, you need a bidirectional charger. What makes it different is a built-in inverter. Your car stores energy as DC, direct current. Your home runs on 240-volt AC. The bidirectional charger converts between the two, in both directions. That's the piece most people are missing when they search for this and get confused. Every V2H setup, which stands for vehicle to home, needs exactly 3 things. The first is a bidirectional charger. The main options in the US right now are, if you have an F-150 Lightning or a Mustang Mach-E, you need the Ford Charge Station Pro. It runs about $1,300 to $1,500 for the unit itself. Tesla Cybertruck owners use the universal wall connector with PowerShare. Hardware is $1,990 plus $1,800 to $2,200 to install. If you have a GM Ultium vehicle, such as the Silverado EV, Equinox EV, or Blazer EV, the GM Energy Bundle runs $10,000 to $13,000 fully installed. And if you have a Nissan Leaf with the older CHAdeMO port, the Wallbox Quasar 2 works for you. Hardware is around $6,500 before installation. The second thing you need is a transfer switch. This disconnects your home from the utility grid during a backup event. It is required by code and required for safety. A basic manual switch runs $300 to $600 in parts. An automatic one is $1,000 to $2,500 installed. A smart panel like SPAN can push that to $3,000 to $4,500, but gives you real-time circuit control. The third thing you need is a compatible EV, and this is where a lot of people get tripped up. Not every EV supports V2H. As of 2026, only about 14 out of 70 US EV models do. You need to verify your specific vehicle before buying any hardware. Total installed cost across all of this usually falls between $5,000 and $15,000, depending on your vehicle and what transfer switch you choose. 2 questions come up all the time. First, how much power can it deliver? Most systems run 9.6 to 11.5 kilowatts continuous. GM's Ultium platform tops out at 19.2 kilowatts. For reference, a central AC unit draws 3 to 5 kilowatts on its own. So a 9.6 kilowatt system can run your AC, fridge, lights, and internet at the same time, but you probably can't also run the dryer and water heater simultaneously. Second, how long will it last? The average US home uses about 30 kilowatt hours per day in essential load mode. An F-150 Lightning has 131 kilowatt hours total, but you want to keep 20% in reserve for battery health. That leaves about 98 kilowatt hours usable. At 30 kilowatt hours per day, that's over 3 days of backup. A Cybertruck gets you past 4 days. That's not a marketing claim, that's the math. But there is one limitation V2H marketing does not usually lead with. If your car isn't home when the power goes out, your V2H system does absolutely nothing. If the storm hits while you're at work, nothing. If the EV is at the dealership for service, nothing. If you drove out of town the day before the hurricane, nothing. A dedicated home battery does not have this problem. It is always there, always connected, and always ready to switch in under 20 milliseconds. There is also an evacuation risk. If you have been running your home on your truck's battery for 48 hours and then an evacuation order comes, you are leaving with a partially discharged pack on congested roads with charging stations that may be down. This is why many Houston homeowners end up doing both. A smaller stationary battery handles the day-to-day outages and the instant switchover. The EV's large capacity extends backup for the rare multi-day events when the truck is actually home. So to recap, V2H is real, it works, and it can genuinely power your home for days. but it needs specific hardware, a compatible vehicle, and a qualified installer. And it has one hard limit: the car has to be there.